What's happening, Virgo? Thanks for joining me. Andy here. Let's do some three-card tarot for the sign of Virgo for the first week of June 2019. So early June 2019 for the sign of Virgo, please. Okay, let's see. Oh, we've got a significator already. Right. Oh. Okay, right, there's the first three cards out. We will actually do a bit more to this spread. We'll pull another three cards for some clarity. Anyway, let's start off with this one, which is the significator, just kind of handily dropped out while I was shuffling. And it's the Queen of Pentacles, and she's the right way up. We had her upside down in a reading I did not very long ago, but here she is the right way up, the sheep shopkeeper. Now, in this card, this relates to the story, and I believe it's Alice Through the Looking Glass, where Alice goes into the sheep shop, and the sheep shopkeeper takes her on a long journey across water, a very mystical, spiritual kind of a journey. And when they get back to the sheep shop, Alice is told she can have whatever she wants from there, so she chooses an egg. But the sheep shopkeeper makes her take the egg herself, because the sheep shopkeeper says, I can't hand it to you, that would never do. And we never find out why that would never do. It's just the way the story goes. Okay, so a bit of a mystery, and in this spread we're going to be looking at something, success that I would say has almost certainly been earned, or is kind of due, or is supposed to be coming in response to effort that you've put in somewhere along the line. I see it as very mystical as well, but I do see that there's going to be an impetus to have to actually kind of do things for yourself, take things for yourself, even though you may have support all around you. Some things are just kind of best done by yourself. Excuse me, I always look like an old sack of coal, no matter what else I try and do. Right, first card in the spread, Three of Cups. So we've got a water sign here, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, but I would say Pisces energy really there. The Three of Cups, and isn't that just a fantastic card to get for anybody? This is fluid energy, and the meaning certainly could shift. This could be a relationship situation. This could be a love situation with the angels all around joining in. Who knows, really? But what I'm going to say with this particular card from Tarot in Wonderland, I'm really more than anything drawn to the idea of an upward spiral where friends come together, possibly lovers, you see, that's where that comes into it. But somebody you get on with incredibly well. In fact, not just one person, I'm seeing several people coming around, and this brings new ideas, this brings new impetus, and you guys seem to get on pretty well and are uplifting for each other. And this is actually, it's a pretty good indicator that something good is going to launch fairly quickly, you know. I mean, it's right there at the beginning of the reading. It's the first card in there. But, you know, fluid energy, it's a little bit different for everybody, guys. So we move on now to the Ten of Swords. That's the second card in this spread. Okay, so this is air signs, really. We're looking at sort of Gemini, Libra, Aquarian energy going in that direction. Now then, fear really is an issue. It's an issue for absolutely everybody, and it actually seems to be building up the more kind of crazy the world we live in at the moment is getting. But we should remember actually that the planet, the world, is a very powerful thing, and just because world leaders are pushing it in one direction or another doesn't mean it's always going to be like this. And that, in a very, very general way that applies to absolutely everybody, shows that fear passes in time. Things change, you know, they really do. So I've got a bit of a white beard here, so I'm not the youngest chap on earth. I've seen so many like political disasters and stuff since the 1960s, which is as far back as I remember. I've seen so much of that I've come to believe, and it's one of the wisdom of being a bit older, I suppose. I've come to believe, because I've actually seen it, that these, cockamamie plans that governments come up with, they cause trouble, they cause problems. But somehow we keep going because we are the human race and we are meant to be here. Right, that's it in the general sense. Right, but bottom line, okay, this is about fear passing and a strong possibility of a fresh start, okay? Now, this coming in straight after the Three of Cups, which is so positive, and with the sheep shop as a significator, which is the Queen of Pentacles, by the way, I should say that, as a significator. This doesn't mean bad news, not at all. I mean, there's swords everywhere, but, there's no blood in this, is there? This is just, taking things apart because a fresh start is coming. In a lot of ways, it's about letting go of what no longer suits you, Virgo, and you know that is really important for anybody to be able to do that. It makes for a much less complicated life and much more success, because the effort we put into stuff that no longer helps us, you know, that's a lot of effort that many of us put far too much effort into that. So do think about that. It's not necessarily selfish to kind of cut off the old ways. If you just kind of find yourself pouring from an empty vessel, or you know, if you don't, you know, which you might very well do eventually, then you know you'll realize the value of actually doing something for yourself now. But we're looking at fear passing. You don't have to be too proactive with this. This is, you know, the kind of this is what the reading is telling us. This is information coming in from the outside. Certainly nothing to get worried about anyway. So anyway, third card of the spread is the Nine of Pentacles, and she is reversed here. Okay, Pentacle, it's earthy, Taurus energy really, and I guess, you know, so Virgo to a point as well. And a bit of Capricorn. Let's turn it the right way up though, and have a look at what we've got here. When we get the Nine of Pentacles, it's showing a definite possibility of fast progress. You know, the only thing that can really slow it down is, I'm going to say, you yourself. It does make a difference, you know, what we actually put in or don't put into these things. But again, help is at hand. Now, this card is reversed. Okay. And so no, that's what means fast progress, because it's reversed. Normally it's showing that progress is slowing down, and we've got to go back over our actions, think about kind of where we've been going, what we've been doing. Does it affect other people, and does it kind of have an effect which isn't doing us any good on some level? Very difficult to say unless we stop and think, and then it becomes easy to say. But this card is reversed, so I'm not seeing a lot of problems around that, and that's why I'm saying fast progress, but do think about your actions, okay? That is really, I'm going to say, almost an imperative with this card. There's a good degree of entertainment in this, by the way. And I'm always saying it's fluid energy. It's going to be different strokes for different folks in terms of the absolute meaning of it. No getting away from that one, folks. I mean, I've been a psychic. I've been doing this since the 1980s, and I've known times when it didn't work the way it said it was going to. I am very hot about it, though, because I do strongly believe that nearly everything I've ever got from the tarot has been right. You know, I'm not even going to say take things with a pinch of salt, but it's that fluid energy thing, guys. I cannot promise definite kind of outcomes and things like that. And I'm sure none of you really expect me to. But I am saying progress is looking to be pretty quick there, okay? And that's going to be for most Virgos in early June. You're going to be seeing things beginning to take off, I'm sure, because the Three of Cups there, that upward spiral, the kind of cutting off the past thing of the Ten of Swords, and just an indication with the Nine of Pentacles reversed that things don't need to slow down, but it is worth going over things and, you know, making sure the truth is the truth. Anyway, I'm asking for some more significance, please. Tell me more about the Three of Cups for the sign of Virgo in first week of June 2019. Okay, well, we've got, here we go. I've got my table over here now so I can sit a bit closer to the camera. We have got the Ace of Swords, my friends. There it is. Okay, realization comes in. Now this can change our thinking in quite a big way, and so this goes nicely with the Three of Cups. Actually, they work well together because we've got this upward spiral, we've got this new friends, possibly new love, depending on where you are in your journey at the moment. Support there though, you know, not just kind of people adding together, but people coming together and really building something mega, something amazing. And the Ace of Swords there, you know, changing thinking, changing thought patterns, because of realizations, truth coming in. So this upward spiral, this assistance that's coming in, is actually going to show you things in your past which you may want to change, you may not want to change, but are certainly, my friends, worthy of contemplation. Okay, so I'm asking now, tell me more, please, for the Ten of Swords in this reading for Virgo for the first week of June 2019. And we've got the Moon. Right, okay, we've got to be careful when the Moon comes up. There is that danger of being drawn by a false light, and that is only one of the kind of central meanings of this card. But basically when this comes in, we do have to rely on our intuition. particularly because we have to be aware that we don't know all the facts in this situation, okay? And I really did feel as if I didn't know all the facts about what the Ten of Swords was telling me here. And this is why it's staying a bit of a mystery, okay? Because the moon is the card to give it its significance. And, you know, we never know really absolutely 100% of all the facts about anything unless we've experienced it for ourselves. So beginning to move forward in new directions, that you know, it's going to be scary whatever happens, you know, like people who win lotteries and have millions, that it's quite a scary process for them knowing what to do with that. And I'm not asking for sympathy for the super rich, not at all. What I'm saying is that even if you were super rich, there's still things to worry about, because that's life, okay? So trust your intuition and be aware of the good things that have come in recently, as we get into the first week of June then, and just be willing to go with the flow. But yeah, it's telling you to be careful, always is. That's one of the big things that the moon says, so do be careful. Okay, so tell me more, please, about the Nine of Pentacles reversed, please, in this reading for Virgo in the first week of June 2019. I'm going to shuffle again for some reason. Okay, give me some more information, please, about the Nine of Pentacles reversed in this reading for the sign of Virgo in the first week of June 2019. It's fallen on the floor. Let's see what it is. Right. What we've got to do here is make a start. It actually landed the right way up on the floor, so I'm sure this one isn't reversed, okay? What we've got to do here is make a start on something. I actually feel that the conditions will be very ripe for things to be starting up, actually. And this is going with the Nine of Pentacles. And the Nine of Pentacles is reversed. So this is about the fast progress that's coming. And it's also about the moon and trusting intuition, because what's happened here is Alice is actually sitting here with the two queens, and she is almost an equal of theirs. You see the way she's dressed, I mean, she's a child and they're adults, but she doesn't look in any way kind of less significant than the adults. And this is because in this journey, the expression of the tarot journey in this deck, Tarot in Wonderland, is all about Alice's journey from childhood into womanhood. And at this point where the sun comes up, in the reading anyway, and I'm sure the sun will rise. What's the number on that? Number 19, of course. It's very close to completion. That number 19 says it all. Very, very close to the second level of completion. This is not just knowing about life. This is wisdom coming in. Okay, and this is why the progress is able to be fast, but we want to use that wisdom to be really, really sure about where we're going, as the Nine of Pentacles reversed has suggested. We do need to actually think back over things, but it's not a negative indication, not at all. Look how positive this card is. Sunflowers everywhere. That is looking good. Okay, friends, well, thanks ever so much for watching. I'm keeping these a bit shorter these days because they're taking a long time to upload and I'm having to go in kind of lowish quality. I can't get HD on at the moment. It will change, it will pass, all things pass. New things are coming in, Virgo. That's what I'm saying to you. Okay, thanks ever so much for watching, friends. Peace. Have a good one. Bye.